All right, the heartbeat of the conservative movement officially underway. As you guys know, I'm here in Dallas, Texas for CPAC, the largest, most influential gathering of conservatives and conservative media, actually, too, in the world. Thousands of activists, lawmakers, media members, America First leaders gathered for 4 days of powerful speeches, hard-hitting panels, workshops, as you've been seeing us cover, strategy sessions to advance and defend the America First agenda. And who better to tell me more about this? Matt Schlapp and Mercedes Schlapp, the chairman and hosts of CPAC, right here. All right, guys, incredible. You picked this thing up, Matt, moved it from Maryland, or right outside of D.C., and here, and this today, I will say, knock on wood, going off without a hitch.
Yeah, you know, I don't know whether, like, sometimes we wonder, like, when we make decisions and they work out, is it because we're smart or because we're, like, have dumb luck, or we just follow what God tells us to do?
Smart. That's what I'm going to say.
But, and I don't know who he meant was chairman. I think he said, like, we're not co-chairman. I don't know what that was. But the point is this, which is, these big, broken, bankrupt blue cities and states, we just don't want to be in them. You can't do business in them. That's why everybody, even the liberal billionaires, are leaving California. The businesses have left New York. They're now going to leave Virginia. So this is a trend that's going to continue. You just really can't do business in those places. Our biggest problem, even with President Trump and all wonderful MAGA and everyone, they don't want to fly to D.C. to meet. They want to be in places like Dallas and Miami and Orlando, and that's where they want to be.
But you guys were telling me about, and I've noticed it too, like the police officers who are here, I mean, they are here in droves.
Yeah.
They are, like, actively happy to be here. I remember in Maryland, they were like, we're here. They are actively happy to be here, taking pictures of people.
Well, let me just say something on the cops. In Maryland, we'd always have this problem where they're in the AFL-CIO, and they're listening to the political leaders who are left, and they would, like, stop traffic strangely, and next thing you know, we couldn't get people, you know, into the hotel. It was a constant game, and when I'm just tired of the games, and we're not having them here.
Yeah, but there is also a bigger reason why we're here in Texas. We know that Texas is going to be pretty much ground zero. As we know, there's an important Senate race here. We have the runoff happening.
Ken Paxton tomorrow.
Ken Paxton is hosting and speaking at the Reagan dinner, which is a traditional a tradition here at CPAC. We invited John Cornyn to come. He's invited. You still can come, John, if you want to.
Shocker, he's not coming.
He's not coming. But this is really going to take the temperature, because we need to know where the movement is in terms of understanding that the midterm elections right now, Carl, that should be front and center. We cannot afford to lose the House. We cannot afford to lose the Senate. We're going to have Senate candidates here. We're going to have House candidates here as well. Make their case. Say, look, we got to make sure we maintain these majorities, because otherwise you're going to see an impeachment of President Donald Trump and his administration. We're going to move into a territory that will literally halt President Trump's agenda.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this just before we came on, and I spoke about it earlier in the show, about the fact that this war, this military conflict in Iran.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go. The campaign that's going on right now. Congress declares wars. So this is a big concern among Republicans. Republicans are, the support is waning, but the support is still there until Trump doesn't do what he said he was going to do, which is about 2 more weeks. He's got to button this thing up. Do you think he does it?
My pushback on that is only this, Carl, which is, we talked about no more forever wars, and Mercy and I met working for President Bush, and we think about Iraq and Afghanistan, and there's the hot stove principle. We don't want to get into this idea.
I was there.
You were there. Regime change and nation building. Like, this is not what we should do.
Right.
That being said, whether we like it or not, we are in a forever war. Jihad is declared on us. So there will be times when the American president has to do things, and what he's done to date is draw a line in the sand on not getting a nuclear weapon. But you know this because you're a military man. It's not just having the nuclear capability, it's being able to send it far. And they have both those capabilities. I think the president was shown that, and he wanted to weaken that. Now, there'll be more things we have to do in the future, but I like your timeline. It's actually his timeline.
And I would say, like, look, guys, everybody's got to be supporting this stuff while it's going on. We cannot lose support, because that's the fastest way we start eating ourselves as a party.
Well, we're already eating ourselves as a party when you have these ridiculous talking heads trying to kill each other off. And we're here saying, guys, you're losing the big picture here. The enemy is the communist, is the Marxist, is the socialist. It's these leftists that are trying to destroy America. We have to unite in order to win these elections. I mean, it is critical. And I think when it comes to the war, I had the opportunity of interviewing these victims of the Ayatollah. They were shot in the eye, literally shot in the eye, these women. And they told their stories, how they were marked by this Iranian regime. And let me tell you, it is those women, those Iranian women, who have been at the forefront of fighting for change in Iran. They are terrorists. They are barbaric. These poor women have been raped, assaulted, many of them killed. And I got to tell you, we got to make sure that that adversary is taken down.
Yeah, look, I mean, Iranian weapons killed my friends overseas, so I get it. So, Matt Schlapp, Mercedes Schlapp, we appreciate it very much.
Thank you for being at CPAC,
Yes,
Carl.
Of course. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
They love you.
All right, coming up.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.